Hey guys, Monster here bringing you a Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we're going to be taking a look at the EZA for AGL Mechikabura. I think out of all of the heroes EZAs from this batch, this is the one I was looking forward to the most. I think this guy was super underrated when he came out. He was on Tech Zamasu's 200% team, but I think by the time Tech Zamasu was out and obviously was like meta relevant for a short time, this guy was kind of on the verge of not really being usable. You could get, like, he could still do some okay numbers, but obviously he wasn't going to be living supers or anything like that. But he does seem to, out of all of the newer units, gotten one of the better EZAs. So we're going to take a look at him here. Obviously his full level 10 links. Mine is built with 11 additional, 20 crit and 3 dodge. I don't know whether his really needs to be changed, but we'll see how he does in this run. We are running him on the slug team, because I want to try and run some of these guys outside of the heroes team to see how well they can do. And then once we've got the new units, especially depending on how good that Fu is, we can see what like a full extreme heroes team is looking like after the new units come out and all that kind of stuff. But this is a team that I was very excited to use him on, because he is of course on demonic power, and then he's on terrifying conquerors. He is a big bad bosses character, so it should be interesting for this team. So he's got a crossover leader skill for 150. His super attack effect greatly raises attack, which is an infinite stack, greatly raises defense for 1 turn, does supreme damage, and lowers attack and defense. So very, very good super attack effect. I mean, realistically, the only way this could be better is if he was infinitely stacking the defense as well, rather than it being for 1 turn. But very, very good. And then he is a nuking style unit, so he gets key 1 and attack and defense 200% just at the start of the turn. Then he gets an additional 100% attack and defense when performing a super attack. That is really good for a nuking style unit, because it means when we pick up the orbs and then we bring up the menu and we see what his defense is, he then gets 100% of that on super attack, because the on super buffs are multiplicative, right? So he changes a certain type of key sphere other than AGL to rainbow. Then he gets an additional 25% attack and defense per key sphere obtained. He gets an additional attack and defense 100% with 2 or more AGL orbs obtained. And then he gets 100% for just attack if it's STR or physical, and just defense if it's tech or int. So ideally you want to get the AGL. And then obviously depending on the situation, if you're putting him in a slot where he's not going to get hit, you can try and get the STR or physical orbs so he does more damage, or go for the tech or int orb so he can get extra defense depending on the attacks. But he does also get 10% HP recovery and 10% damage reduction per rainbow key sphere obtained. So that can be very helpful as well. And then he launches an additional super attack guaranteed as long as you pick up 2 or more rainbow orbs. So with him being a rainbow orb changer, and then obviously depending on what the sort of best version of the heroes team shapes up to look like, we do have God Trunks, who I've done the showcase for, is a rainbow orb changer, doesn't really use rainbow orbs himself. So getting 2 rainbow orbs of Mechikabura hopefully won't be too difficult. I mean, we can do it here on the first turn. We don't have a slug on the first turn, so we're going to see him without his domain active. He's got big bad bosses, fear and faith, godly power, and brainiacs. And we can get 8 orbs here. We get the 2 rainbow orbs and we get 2 AGL orbs. So he's at 500k defense. So once he super attacks, he's going to be at 1,000,000 defense, plus getting the 50% from his super attack effect. And we picked up, what, 3 rainbow orbs? So he's got 30% damage reduction as well. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about here is, I thought I'd jump into this event because I haven't done it for a while, the Family Kamehameha Gohan one. Haven't really done this one as a showcase stage, but Dark King Fu potentially could get clapped up at the end here, but we'll see. We'll see how we get on, and see what Mechikabura is doing here for his first attack. Remember, he's going to get a guaranteed additional super as well, because we got the 2 rainbow orbs. So we'll see how we get on. We can lower attack as well. So 15.9 million. Okay. So with a crit as well. Let's go. Then he jumps up to 17.1. Can we get the additional from the hidden potential? Mine doesn't have a huge amount of additional. No, we don't. And then go 10. He's STR, right? To take double digit damage. Nice. Okay. That's good. No super from Trunks, though. It's a bit scary because Dark King Fu, hopefully with Trunks being attack lowered, can at least tank a normal. But we get the dodges. Nice. Okay, good. Alright, good. Good stuff. Alright, so now we get the domain active. Now remember, this is buffing demonic power allies. So next turn we are going to see Mechikabura with that buff. So let's go for... I want to float Kid Buu. I also really don't want him getting blasted by Goten, but I guess what can we do? Can Goten be stunned? He can. I can try and stun him with the... Actually, yeah, Slug stuns as well, doesn't he? So let's go for stunning you with Slug, and then we'll see if we can stun you with Turles. And then let's keep some rainbow orbs here because we want to try and get as many as we can with Mechikabura. So we'll go ahead and do that. So Slug obviously going to get hit here. Slug getting hit 5 times builds him up for his Scouter. Trunks super attacking is not ideal, but we do have 66% damage reduction, so we're not really taking much damage anyway. I think that is 5 hits anyway, isn't it, in slot 1, so he's going to have his Scouter from this turn going forwards, which is helpful. Of course we didn't stun, and we didn't get an additional super. Bruh. Alright, well Goten... Actually no, Goten didn't super, did he? 30 million attack stat for Turles. It's pretty good. 30 mil. No stun for him either. But we do get the additional. If this crits, we might actually just kill Trunks. Did we kill Trunks? If we didn't, Kid Buu should, I think. Oh yeah, we did. Nice. Right, so we get the dodge. Okay. Alright, so now we have the buff. I should probably keep Slug on the rotation. What links do we get from Janemba? Big Bad Bosses and Fear and Faith. And then from you we get just Big Bad Bosses. Okay, so that's I guess the only downside to Mechikabura on this team is that we're not getting a lot of links active with Slug, which is a bit of a shame. Also the orb's not crazy on this turn. What's his start of turn defense? 240 with the buff from the domain, but no support units on the rotation. Okay. So let's go for... try and stun you. And then... what can we get? We can get 8 orbs now that these have dropped with the 2 rainbow AGLs as well. So that puts us to, yeah, 482. So his defense post-super is definitely very good. And then obviously with the rainbow orbs, he's kind of backing that up with a little bit of damage reduction as well, which is what I really hoped like Trunks would have, so that he could be a little bit better defensively against some of these harder hitting enemies. But I guess it is what it is. My Slug obviously 55%, so him taking a bit of damage here from Videl, but now she's stunned. We do get the additional super as well, help build up that passive. The Darkness Eye Beam. And then, yeah, 15.8 million. And we did get 2 rainbows again, right? So, yeah, we get the extra super 16.9. So he's at what, like 1.34, maybe even 1.5 million defense at this point with 20% damage reduction. Like 20% isn't a lot, but when you've got a lot of raw defense as well, then it's obviously pretty good. Ooh, Janemba with the additional. If he crits, actually he might not even need to crit, but he should take out Goten here, and then Videl's stunned. So yeah, Mechikabura looking pretty good. Very interesting team for him to be on. The healing with the rainbow orbs is quite nice as well. Like any extra healing you can get on a team is nice. So let's go ahead and do this. We don't have to worry about anyone. Actually, yeah, you might as well just kill you and then potentially additional Videl. So we'll do that. Do that. And then... I guess I'll keep those... He actually can't super anyway, so I guess I'll keep those AGL orbs there. Well, actually, we get 1 rainbow orb, which means he gives a little bit of support. So he gets 1 extra key. But... yeah, I think Fu is one of the units that I brought because he's here to like give some support and give some extra links to Mechikabura, but he's definitely a bit of a liability on the team. Be interesting to see whether the Kid Fu is a similar sort of unit and like is giving support. Because if the Kid Fu is a support unit but is also able to like actually hold his own, then he could be very useful on the team. Fu is, I think, Fu's not on Terrifying Conquerors or Space Traveling Warriors though, so that means he doesn't get the 200% leader skill from Slug. I don't know if Kid Fu, is he going to count as being on Terrifying Conquerors as well? Probably not, right? We'll have to see. So we go on to the second phase here. We got the physical Gohan, get the second domain activate, and now we've got Mechikabura with with Kid Buu. So it'd be interesting to see. I can't remember how hard he actually hits for in this stage, this Gohan, but yeah, see, only having Big Bad Bosses active is a little bit annoying, because we've got Big Bad Bosses is still obviously a great buff, so we're at 300k defense start of turn, but he does get a lot of links from a lot of stats from some of these other links, right? Like Fear and Faith is just a key link. Brainiacs, if we do have it active with Fu, gives 15% defense, which is pretty good. Godly Power is a nice attack link with some extra buffs for crit. Master of Magic, I mean, we do have the free-to-play Toa. I need to do the showcase for her. She wants to be run on a team that is largely extreme units as well, so that could be quite good. I could have brought the extreme, like the Int Toa as well, to be fair. But yeah, we'll see how we get on here. I mean, we can get 4 Rainbow Orbs, which is 40% damage reduction. Only 6 orbs total though, or we could get 7 orbs total. Means we only get the defensive buff though, so we can do that. And then we're at what, 498 again. So yeah, 500k, that instantly doubles to 1 million. The defense buff is 50%. I think that's not multiplicative though, so the greatly raise is from, I believe it's his start of turn defense, which was what, almost 300. So he gets about 150. So if he does the double super, which he will because we've got 2 rainbow orbs, he's going up to 1.3 million. And if we got 3 rainbow orbs, it's 30%, 30% damage reduction. So if he was taking, what, if we had a 2 million damage super attack, and then we take off 30%, that's 1.4, and he's basically at 1.3 million. So he'd only take about 100k from a 2 million damage super attack, which is pretty good, especially on this turn, right, with the 1 link active. So Mechikabura certainly seems to have some potential. I think the kits for the Kid Fu and the Demon King Demigra as well, to be fair, will be fairly decisive on how good he's going to be for like the new Heroes team. Obviously when it comes to other teams, it's a bit of a shame he doesn't share as many links with some of these other characters, because he is a Big Bad Bosses unit, which is obviously very helpful. 18.6, and then the additional is 19.7. Damn, so if he gets the hidden potential additional, he goes up well up over like 20 mil, which is pretty crazy. Obviously eats all the normals here. How much is he going to take this for? I don't know how much this Gohan hits for, but how much is he getting hit for here? Let's see. Yeah, double digit damage. So I mean, pretty solid. If there's like difficult events with an STR boss, he can certainly come in helpful. And bear in mind, you know, he does lower attack, which we can still do in some of these difficult events as well. So I think he seems pretty good. I mean, it's one of those things, I'm trying to be as impartial as I can, because like I say, he was my probably most anticipated EZA. I always thought he was underrated. I think he's a super good unit. I think his EZA is definitely very solid. I think out of all of the units that we've looked at so far, I think he's the best one because he's not as RNG reliant, right? Like, he does need rainbow orbs. He needs 2 rainbow orbs to get the large majority, like the best part of his passive active, I would say, which is the extra super guaranteed. But he creates them himself, and getting 2 is not usually super difficult. And so he's not relying on RNG like the Xeno Super Saiyans or God Trunks. And then obviously the rainbow orbs are giving him a little bit of damage reduction as well. So that means that he is at least somewhat, you know, got a little bit of mechanics to back up, helping him with super attacks. Because yeah, hard hitting STR boss, he's obviously going to have type advantage. Then that damage reduction from the rainbow orbs, he should be looking pretty decent. So this will be an interesting turn for him though, especially bearing in mind the fact that we could quite easily just get killed by the GoPros here because they've got type advantage. So if we do the active skill for Slug, hello, I do love that. Just cuts to the part where his face pops out the building. I don't know why I did that. I always think the Slug's thing doesn't actually give him any like extra stats or anything. So we'll do this. Now, it's a bit sketchy for Mechikabura when we're not getting the int or tech orbs, because he's not getting extra defense. He still gets the 25% per orb. So with these, that puts him to 450. So I mean, he didn't really, it's not making a huge difference. Although the thing is, I think Fu might actually be screwed here because there's no STR orbs, and he gets the rest of his buff from Rainbow, so it's only going to be 2, which means he's only going to have like a 20% chance to dodge. So it's very possible that he just gets destroyed here, but we'll see what Mechikabura is able to do. He's only getting attacked once, so I feel like against a difficult tech boss, it's going to be one of those things where if they super him, we probably die. But if they take if they just do a normal attack and he takes double digits, I'll be happy with that. And then I think Fu is probably going to get caught at the end of the turn, but 25.6. Damn. That is pretty good, because remember, he's stacking attack, right? So yeah, he could get some ridiculous numbers with like a huge amount of orbs. Double digits, nice. One thing I should have done, I actually did bring the item and then didn't do it. I should have done the like big orb change nuke turn, because obviously being a stacker, his numbers are going to get higher and higher each time. But it's a shame we got the double super from Fu as well. Oh, nice. There you go. I was going to say double super from Fu gives him a lot of extra defense. I think we might actually be good here, you know, because yeah, like Janemba's going to tank the super, as Janemba do, and then unfortunately, we do need to super with Kid Buu, which means picking up a lot of the orbs. But on the next turn, Mechikabura is going to create rainbow orbs. Then we're going to use an item to get a bunch of AGL orbs. It is the Chilai item as well, so it does give him extra attack. So it is just going to be a crazy over-the-top, like, with items boosted nuke turn. But still, that'll be fun. In fact, we might just finish them off here, so it will be the final phase. Because Slug, fully built up, does hit like a freight train. And then Kid Buu's on rotation as well. Janemba hits really hard. And then, yeah, both of these guys getting like 50%, or was it 60 after his Super EZA, % support from Kid Buu. Means that, yeah, big damage. He's in slot 2, so of course he has the chance to be getting the additional super extra as well. And that's 15 mil. We actually might still cut it close here. I really want him to kill this turn, though, because it's going to be super awkward if they're on, like, very low HP. Because we can't put Mechikabura in slot 1. Well, I mean, with the full orb change turn, I guess he would get a lot of defense, but yeah, unfortunately, what are the chances that they don't attack in slot 1 on the next turn? Don't know. Double digit damage, of course. Nice, let's go. 12.5 million for Kid Buu. Sadly, Kid Buu, 12.5 million is pretty good, but not enough to kill these guys. No attack in slot 1? No, of course not. 2 attacks in slot 1. And if I put Slug in slot 1, then Slug will kill them. Now, they are only going to do normal attacks. So we're at 244k start of turn. Let's go ahead and do this. Not really a great orb change. So we'll use the other one. Okay, there we go. So we can get 18. Yeah, 18 and get, what's that? That's only 2. Yeah, we can only get 2 AGL orbs though. So he is going to get the extra super. He's only going to get 20% damage reduction. But that is a lot of orbs. That puts him at 624k. I don't think that's enough though, because pre-super. So he's at 629k with 20% damage reduction, but type disadvantage. So he is probably going to take big damage from the normals. Because the thing is, when he super attacks, he gets 100%. So he's going to go up to like 1.3 million basically, and then have the super attack effects as well. But unfortunately, yeah, we couldn't get the situation where we could put him in slot 1, and either of these guys we put in slot 1, Toles or Slug, are obviously going to kill the Go Bros. So how much is he going to take from their normals? Okay, 100k. I mean, that's a lot, but, and then yeah, 52 million. Obviously with the boosted like nuking item, but yeah, 52 mil. So yeah, Mechikabura seems very, very good. It'd be interesting to see if there's a team build where we could run him with, like, another solid orb changer, but I don't think there really is one. It's a shame the AGL extreme support with the orb changing is Rildo, which I don't think they share any categories, except maybe Terrifying Conquerors, but I guess that would be kind of interesting. But yeah, there we go. I think we'll leave it off here. I think we probably could end up finishing the run, but video's been going long enough as it is. I mean, we could rage mode with Janemba. I suppose it just depends how long I want this video to be, but Fu has the potential to get clapped up. There's no STR orbs though, so I don't know. Let's rage mode with Janemba. I mean, keep going, I guess. Why not? Orb's awful. Okay, good stuff. Fortunately, he does get the extra key, so even though it's only the 12 key super, we are getting the extra stats. Extra key, so we're getting the 12 key. We got the 24 key off the first big one, because obviously the full orb change. How much would this have done? Yeah, 2.8 mil, that's all. That's fine. And then 900k from a normal. I see. It's insane to think that, like, from full health we couldn't even survive that, like, normal attack. But it's because the rage modes, like giant forms and everything, they don't have any defense. So the numbers that come up are obviously way inflated. Like, non-rage mode Janemba would not be taking 900k from normals from the Gohan. But still, it is funny to see those numbers come up. But because, yeah, his rage mode should work like the giant form. So once we come out of this mode, he then shouldn't be able to super attack here. And we'll know because we've got Slug on the rotation and he has the Scouter part of his passive active. So good old Janemba. Alright, so yeah, so now there's no super and there's only 2 attacks in slot 2 now. So orbs are really bad though. I'm not going to be able to get a good set of STR orbs with Fu, am I? If I do that, actually, if they drop together, then yeah, then we can do that. Perfect. Alright. So we're getting the Dokkan attack, which means I'm going to have to not hit the nodes. I mean, this could still all fall apart, because Fu could still get absolutely destroyed in slot 3. But it would be good to see another Mechikabura return, especially against an STR boss. I mean, to be fair, like him taking 100k normals from a tech enemy in slot 1 when he's not a slot 1 unit. I mean, it is a turn where he picked up a very large number of orbs, which is not usually going to happen. But, I mean, he's pretty good. Like I said, if his EZA would probably actually be cracked if he was stacking defense as well. Because the fact that without using items, we got up to turns where we were getting well over 20 million. Like, his defense, after picking up orbs and then getting the 100%, if he was infinitely stacking, like, his defense would be crazy. It does make you wonder sometimes why every now and then we get super busted, like new units or EZAs, and then other times, for whatever reason, they choose to hold back. Because if they gave him infinite stacking on his defense as well, would he be the best EZA TUR? I don't know. You could maybe make an argument for it, but if you think the answer is no, he still wouldn't be the best one necessarily, then it kind of raises the question of, like, well, why didn't they just give him that then? If he would have been not the best unit in the game, like the best EZA, like, why hold back that extra little bit? But unfortunately, Slug 537k with 66% damage reduction is probably not enough here to survive. Mechikabura obviously not going to be good for slot 1 in this situation either, so I think, unfortunately, that probably is GG, but you know, you can get 6 orbs, which isn't a lot, with the 2 rainbows, and then Kid Buu probably gets killed at the end as well, potentially. Because, yeah, Slug, I don't know how much this hits for, but Slug probably is dead here, right? 66% damage reduction is pretty good, but he's not got a crazy amount of start of turn defense, and I think that's the only problem with Mechikabura, like, for the Slug team, is that he's not sharing a ton of links. But hey, 244k, I mean, I'll take that. That means we're probably looking pretty decent here. I don't know if Kid Buu is fully built up with his damage reduction, but he might actually be able to tank the normals at the end here from Gohan. I'm not sure how much his normals do post-super. But I mean, Mechikabura's going to do a lot of damage, because whilst it's not the nuke-boosted turn, he still stacked his attack last time by getting those extra supers. So he's at 21 million. That's without the domain effect in play now as well. 21 million. And this Gohan can be attack lowered. So I think Kid Buu will tank the normals here. Oh, got additional normal. I think I might go for... See, critting with him is nice, but because of the stacking, maybe I will give him a bit more additional in the hidden potential. Because, yeah, if we get those extra supers with him, then he's going to look even better. But yeah, we're not going to get another turn with Mechikabura now. So, Slug active skill. Is that going to be enough to kill him? Does decent damage, but yeah, not quite enough. But this is the Rainbow Friend, so we already know that he's going to be able to tank in slot 1, because my 55% Gohan tanked in slot 1 last time. So we can just go ahead and do this. Rainbow Slug Friend with the support from Turles. How much is he taking here? It's going to be end up being the longest of the showcases probably, but I mean, it's my boy Mechikabura. Like I say, he was my most wanted to be good out of these EZA characters. So double digit damage to Slug. Man, what a team. Because really, like, we used the item just to have that one funny show off turn for Mechikabura. But I mean, I know this isn't the hardest stage. Like, people said the same. Like, when this stage came out, people were like, oh, you know, that wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. But yeah, I mean, we know itemed the stage with Slug's team with Mechikabura on there. Slug's team is super fun. Having all these demon characters from Heroes being on the category as like a buff is really cool. So yeah, Mechikabura seems very, very good. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. His sticker effect is pretty cool as well. So hopefully the Fu and Demigra from the new units are really good. We can have a really good new Extreme Heroes team. Those guys might be good on this team as well. So yeah, I guess we have to wait and see, but let me know your thoughts on Mechikabura down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.